Welcome back to Assassin's Creed 2. We've got some more odds and ends to do, but we're going to be continuing the story in this part.
Yay. We get to meet... Well, I won't spoil anything, actually.
Finally!
Everybody loves spoilers. I'm like the guy at the movie theater that tells you what's about to happen. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I hate people like that.
Inception dies. What if Samus was a girl?
Wait, what? Okay, sure. Inception dies, yes.
Yeah, at the end.
Oh, that's a good cut to that.
I love how sometimes they just don't even notice you in time. You can just assassinate all of them. Don't have to get into a fight at all.
Yeah, usually, like, my favorite thing, or one of my favorite things that I enjoy is walking up to guards and they're, like, the meter above their head is slowly changing, like, they're recognizing you and they know something's up, and you walk up, pull out a weapon, they're like, yes. And then you double, like, assassinate them and they're like, oh.
Always the double assassination with you.
Yep, and then you kill the other third guy and then everybody loses interest. And then you just bribe a herald and it's all good.
Just like real life.
Yes. What would be, like, the modern equivalent of a herald? I guess the newspaper or something, right?
No, it'd be popular YouTube critics.
Ah, that's the modern day? So if they did modern day Assassin's Creed, you'd be bribing YouTubers.
Yes.
You have to bribe PewDiePie.
Yeah, to make a let's play of you committing a crime.
You almost got the viewpoints in this city, or what?
There's something like 14,000.
14,000?
Yeah, you notice it went up since last time. We used to say it was 73, but now it's at 14,000.
Yep. That's a lot of DLC.
We attracted a lot of people this time. Time for a full fight. Counter.
Counter.
Come on, counter. No, that's not a counter, that's a die.
Jeez.
There we go. That's a counter.
I know, that is a counter. I love how...
Oh yeah, I guess I should have actually pointed out. The reason why I love using hidden blades in direct combat so much is because, unlike every other weapon in the entire game, if you do a counter kill with the hidden blades, it's always instant kill, no matter what. Even if it's like the toughest enemy, except for bosses, I should say.
So, if you have sword, for instance, it doesn't do that?
It depends on the enemy. Like, weak enemies, it'll always be an instant kill. But with, like, bigger enemies, you'll usually just do a counter, but they'll block most of it, so it just takes up some of their health. Anyways, we've got to get some feathers now. But yeah, the hidden blade. It has the smallest window for the counter kill, but if you actually manage to get it, then it's always an instant kill, except for bosses. So yeah, really handy.
So who owns those codex pages? Because obviously someone has them.
What do you mean owns? It's Altair's.
But obviously someone is in possession of it because it's kept in a room that's guarded.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'd be like... Well, I guess that in that case it's the Templars that have it. That's where they're guarding it. But yeah, oh, this is important. This is that part we talked about earlier.
Yes.
There's a mysterious symbol.
Another reason to use Eagle Vision.
Yeah. You can use Eagle Vision to scan for hidden codes.
Yeah, so on a whole bunch of landmarks around the game, there's these codes that you have to Eagle Vision your way to.
Yeah. Now, I just kept that cutscene, but we're not actually going to be doing those codes until much later.
Oh, okay, well, we'll talk about them more later then. They're kind of interesting.
Yeah. There's a lot to talk about with that part.
Yes.
So we'll just save it all for then.
Yeah.
It's a long episode. Yeah, so just doing some good old-fashioned feather hunting. I had to use a map for this. That's the thing. There's no actual map you can purchase in-game to find them. If you use Eagle Vision, they'll show up as like a glowing thing, so that makes it a bit easier to find them, but there's 100 of them, so...
And they're just all over. Like, look at this one. I mean, maybe you could have looked if you're in the field and looked back at the wall.
That was one of the easier ones to find. I found that on my own when I was playing, but...
Okay.
It's really the more obscure ones. They're just hidden randomly in the city that are hard to find. That one's out in like its own separate place. And you actually need to use a special technique for that. You can't just jump over and get it. You have to run up a wall and jump to get it, to get more height and distance. Mm-hmm. Which is a technique that's very rarely used in Assassin's Creed, but it is a thing that you can do.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, you're required to do it to beat the game, so...
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I did know it then.
And it's just not very used very much, so I'm sure you just forgot, if anything.
Mm-hmm. So many feathers. Mm-hmm. You make it look so easy.
Yeah.
The power of editing. And guides.
There's probably a good hour of footage being cut to get just these feathers in this city.
I feel bad for you having to do this.
It was kind of nice. I always do like actually getting everything in a game.
Mm-hmm. Get a good feeling of
I don't get my money's worth otherwise, I don't think.
So what if I made a game, and it was a somewhat short game, but I put a whole bunch of things like thousands of feathers everywhere, or something like different things like that? Would you feel like you got your money's worth then?
If I've got everything? Well, no, because it depends on how good the actual game is. But I don't like buying a game and then just not doing anything with it, even if it's a bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hate a Paper Mario Sticker Star, but I will beat it one day.
Why?
Because I paid $40 for it.
Yeah, but you could probably have sold it right away.
No, it's digital, that's the thing.
Oh.
That's why I'll never support digital. Down with digital.
I thought you were against the whole used game market, so wouldn't you be for digital then?
No, used games are great.
Yeah, but you always say to me, don't buy used game, Don't
buy a new used game, but even then, like, they have to clear out their stock of the game one way or another, so if you, like, the used games artificially extend how much stock they have, so they don't have to rebuy them, which means that, in theory, the company will make less money. But if they already have the used games, if you buy them, it just means that it's more likely they'll have to buy more new copies anyways.
But that's just,
someone has to buy them, as long as they exist.
It's just encouraging the market. So, if, for instance, many stores do not sell used games.
Yeah.
So there's no situation for it.
But the thing is, without used games, it'd be impossible to find older games if they stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Them.
Older games or used games are definitely good for anything that's.
Like, here's a perfect example, actually. Sonic 06 is an absolutely abysmal game, so bad that Sega withdrew it from online stores. If there was digital only, that would be the end of it right there. And that's not good at all.
Well, then there's someone that's got a pirate.
Yeah, but then you have to pirate it. Like, you can legally buy a used copy, and that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we're into the story now, so let's get back into Assassin's Creed, shall we? I don't have it.
Pickpocker.
Yeah, if anyone talked to me like that, I would immediately suspect them, just saying.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
What are you talking about? How do you get up here?
They're just on the roof.
Con calma.
Che cosa vuoi?
Dun dun dun.
Mi chiamano
A hooded guy, he must be an assassin?
Omicida, tagliagole,
Oh, I thought I said tightrope walker for a second.
Cutthroat? Is that his name?
They call him many things.
Ah.
And so yeah, this is the Volpe, or La Volpe, or the Wolf, or whatever,
Fox.
the Fox, whatever it is. Volpe sounds like a wolf.
Wolf.
Per questo che sei qui.
In vero. Devo trovare un uomo.
Yes, this is an
Sapere
interesting
dove sarà
character.
prima ancora che lo
Yeah.
sappia lui.
And like every other character, it is a historical one, but not much is known about him, which is why they used him, probably, because they can do whatever they want with him that way.
Mm-hmm.
Di un convegno segreto stasera.
Yeah, basically, like, literally all that's known in history is there was a guy that they nicknamed the Volpe and he stole
Sai
stuff.
forse dove
La
siete?
Volpe.
La
Not the
Volpe.
Volpe.
Yeah, La Volpe. That was about it. But it's cool, like, I love when they bring in some historical figures like this.
And that's why you like this game so much, don't you? Because that's what all they do with all the characters.
That and double assassinations from the air.
And when you double assassinate historical figures, then wow.
Whoa, wait. Now we're talking. Now that's a game. Air assassinate. Oh,
I couldn't. I tried.
did you?
Seguimi. Ma dobbiamo muoverci in fretta. Riesci a starmi dietro?
Now that,
Nessun
like,
problema.
we've gone through quite a few parts so far, the whole Italian acting's starting to grow on me.
Is it?
Yeah. At first it was kind of, like, annoying because I can't really read from here what they're saying because I don't have that great a vision, despite what you say.
Yeah, I do really like it. I think it makes it a lot more authentic.
Yeah.
Like, it really does immerse me on another level as opposed to hearing a bunch of English in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because the bit parts just aren't as well acted as the main characters. So, but when they actually are speaking Italian, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Che cosa ci fai ancora?
Are, like, all the street people still speaking Italian too?
Yep.
Oh, awesome, yeah. It's good.
I can't imagine how much money it must have taken for them to have different voice actors for 4 different languages. Like,
Yeah.
You never see that in games. You see it in TV shows and movies and stuff all the time,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And there's a lot of lines in this. Like, it's not just a few lines. There's lots going on.
even with like background characters, you don't hear them repeat themselves there very much, which is pretty impressive. Just for a game with 1 language, but with 4 languages,
Yeah.
geez.
How much do you think it costs for a voice actor? Like,
Oh, well, that varies by how
Yeah.
much in demand.
not a top one, just an average voice actor that you want to say do 5,000 lines or something, or maybe not
5,000
5,000,
lines.
1,000 lines.
Siamo arrivati.
I really am not the person to ask for this, but
persone in quella chiesa.
Come ci
like to go to like a really big name, like the Simpsons voice actors, they make tons of money.
Yeah,
Like,
they make like millions
Just off the-
per episode.
But then they also play like tons of characters generally too.
Yeah,
So it's hard to say.
but video game voice actors, I'm assuming, would get way less. So
Well, I guess maybe they get way less, but they'd also have to do way more lines than like a single TV show episode.
okay, what about Liam Neeson in Was it Fallout? Yeah,
Yeah, Fallout 3.
Yeah. How much do you
They
think
probably
they paid
paid
him?
a lot for that. Unless the thing is, there's also like there's deals and stuff that happen where a lot of times with like I heard with they're making a World of Warcraft movie, and apparently they got a lot of big name actors. But what they did is they found big name actors who played World of Warcraft.
Oh, so they wanted to do it kind
yeah.
of as a fun thing or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's Wow. Whoops. See you next time.
adios.